Okay, we are back in Mr. Jeffrey's Algebra 2 with statistics. If you haven't done so already, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. My students are trying to help really get those numbers up because with the more subscribers, I think, what was it, 200 was I'll let you paint my fingernails. 500, I'll let you do makeup. Uh, was there a 700? I don't think there was a 700. Oh, 700 was merchandise. Yeah, somebody actually took notes on that. Maybe not math, but they actually took notes on that. I'm just joking. And then 1,000, I do the mohawk and do it. And now they're saying if we get 2,000, do the one chip challenge. I'm sorry. I want my taste buds to stay there. Okay. So, yeah, we are. Now we're going to dive into the unit circle. Okay. So, here's the deal. The unit circle is based off a couple of things. Number one, as you can imagine, whoo, that's a that's a big thick circle there. It's like a Mr. Jeffries type circle right there. There we go. And I need to fix that somehow. Oh, there we go. All right. So is this circle, and we have these lines that nope, undo. God, we have. That's a thick line. Okay. All right. So we have these lines, and all of these have a length of 1. Okay. So it's basically like we're taking it and it's rotating. Now, these are called radians. I wonder why. Because this is going from the center of the circle to the edge. That's the definition of a radius. Wow. Okay. All right. So now, and below your chart here is kind of what this looks like in this first quadrant. Now, a couple things that you should know. Cosine is going to be your x coordinate. That might be muy importante for today's homework. Sine is going to be your y coordinate. Okay. Now, as we're filling this out, all right, 0 degrees. This is actually 0. I just can't get my life together. Okay. 0 radians. Okay. It has a cosine of 0. It has a sine. I'm sorry, not a cosine of 0. It has a cosine of 1, a sine of 0. Okay. Now, tangent, that would be our tangent. This is something you may want to kind of write down. This is our sine over cosine. Okay. Um, and so this would actually end up being 0. Okay. Now, cosecant. Who remembers what cosecant is? It's the reciprocal of, not my mom. Okay. Who remembers from those notes the other day? Who remembers from the notes the other day? Yeah, there were notes the other day. Okay. Cosecant actually goes with sine. Okay. So going back. So this one actually got, so this is actually 1 or 0 over 1. This one would actually be undefined. Okay. Because you can't have 0 in the denominator. Okay. I know if you probably asked, you know, Siri what 0 divided by 0, it's like you have no friends and no cookies and stuff and you're sad. Okay. Secant is goes with cosine, so this is 1. And then cotangent, which is, so that would also be undefined. Okay, that's a F, not a T. Some of y'all are used to seeing Fs. So, all right. All right. So, right here, this is 30 degrees. When it says 30 degrees, that means that this angle right here from here is 30 degrees. This is actually would be pi over 6. Okay, that is our radian for that. Okay. Now, our cosine for this is actually root 3 over 2. And our sine is 1/2. Okay. Now, I can show you the math later because, this is actually going to be like, well, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Because it's cosine or sine over cosine that we'd have a rational in the bottom. Just believe me when it's this. Okay. And I can show you the actual math about that later. Okay. But it's root 3 over 3. Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right. Now, so the reciprocal of cosine is secant. So this would actually be, now, this is another one I can show you the math later. This is 2 root 3 over 3. Okay. Then reciprocal, this would be 2. All right. Now, this one would actually just be root 3. Okay, square root of 3. Now, that's the first line. Okay. Remember, for those going to pre-cal, these three, this right here, this stuff that I just drew right through, those first three, that's the main thing that you'll need to know. Okay. All right. 45 degrees. That means from here to here, we have a 45 degrees. Okay. So this is actually pi over 4. Now, this one is kind of interesting. Both your cosine and your sine are the same thing. It's root 2 over 2 and root 2 over 2. Okay. Tangent's even easier. Tangent is sine over cosine, so that's actually this divided by itself, so this is 1. That means that our cotangent is 1. Okay. Reciprocal of this would actually end up being root 2 and root 2. Okay. This one is pi over 3. Okay. Pi over 3. This cosine is 1/2, which means our secant is 2. Our sine is root 3 over 2. Which means this would be root 3, 2 root 3 over 3. This is root 3 over 3. Now, again, later I'll show you the actual math of why this works out. I'm not really worried about y'all knowing the math of why this is what it is for, like, how did you get 2 root 3 over 3? I'm not really worried about that right now. I'm worried about, can we actually get through today and fill this stuff out? Some of y'all are like, no. I heard you. All right, 90 degrees. This is pi over 2. Our cosine is 0 because it just goes straight up. Our sine is 1. Our tangent is undefined. Our cosecant is 1. This is undefined. This is 0. Now, some of the questions you may be having in your head, other than why the heck are we doing this? Why is this important? Why did math people have to use opium like Tylenol back in the day and have all this crazy stuff? The other thing might be, what is hiding behind that red rectangle? Actually, you do want to know. What is hiding behind the red rectangle is this. This is actually from those 30, 60, 90, 45, 45 things from Monday. These, y'all actually had these answers, minus, well, yeah, these answers to most of this on Monday. This whole first coordinate is based off these 30, 60, 90, 45, 45, 90 triangles. That might be important to know later. All right. Has everybody got at least the first quadrant part right here filled out? Y'all are, all you need to do is have it filled out. You don't have to, understand some of the math or anything. Um, but there's a reason why this is. Okay. Because it's kind of, let's see, this would be all this hypotenuse is 1. So this would be, let's see, what's half of 1? 1/2. Okay. And then 1/2 times root 3. Wow. I know y'all are super enthralled with that. Okay. Super enthralled. Is everybody good? Yes? No? I mean, when I say good, do you have it written down? That's the main thing. I'm not worried about, do you understand the mathematical history and mystical meaning behind all this kind of stuff? But do you have it written down? Okay. Does anybody need more time? Yeah, I got 1 or 2 hands up. While we're waiting, who did the ghost invite to their party? Any old friend they could dig up. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, during refuel today, we are continuing on with the Nightmare Before Christmas. We did finish the Hocus Pocus the other day. All right. Anybody still need more time? Yeah. Okay. Now, as far as our zoom on here, I've tried to, it's kind of, that may help some people. Okay. Now, I did talk to those two pre-cal teachers. They said they've done this a couple of different ways. They start with a chart, they make you fill it out on a unit circle, then they go back and forth and this and that, never all things in between. I know some people are like, why do you keep talking about pre-cal? Because I want those students moving on uh, to be prepared. Okay. If I took the time to ask somebody, yeah, let's let's follow through. Now, does anybody kind of see a pattern right here between two of the radians? Possibly in the green and the blue. Yeah, because those are our those two are our 30, 60, 90s right there. So remember, if you're looking at it from one angle, it should be this. You're looking at it from another angle, should be that. Okay. All right. So moving on. All right. Quadrant 2. All right. Now, these are still based off the 30, 60, 90 because here's the deal. Let's see if I can actually get this right here. All right. That was, here was our, straight line. This still makes a 30, 60, 90 from either here to here or here to here. It does. Okay. So they're all kind of related. Now, this right here, 120 degrees, this is 2 pi over 3. Our cosine, because we're in the second quadrant, is actually negative 1/2. This is root 3 over 2. Okay. Our tangent is negative. Whoa. Well, I accidentally connected the negative and the radical sign. And I don't know how I did that. I probably never will be able to do it again. All right. So it kind of follows along that pattern. You may be able to see some things as you go along. Hopefully, as we go through this and we do the next part, things should kind of click. I said kinda. Okay. Not saying you're going to have like a full blown let the sun shine in kind of moment. Cosine. Okay. FYI, BT dubs, there is a pattern with the coordinates or these cosine, sine, tangent stuff with the radians that have a denominator of 4. There is a pattern. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Let's see if y'all can figure it out. Some of y'all are just saying, just tell me, I'll never figure it out. That's no fun. and then 180. Yep, this is just pi. Me oh my, I love pi. Undefined, -1, and undefined. Okay. And okay, so and that's as it's going because this was pi over 2 right here at the 90 degrees. We go to 120, 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 4, 5 pi over 6. Basically, every time that you're going from quadrant to quadrant, you're adding 90 degrees from the original thing. That would make sense, right? Because it's, turn to the left, turn to the right, crisscross. It's one of those dances that, my wife can do because it tells you the directions. All right. Are we good here? Did I do a little bit better about slowing down? Because I only see like two or three people having to write this down other than like 8. Okay. And then some people do the, oh, he's done. Let me take a picture, zoom it in, write it down later. That's fine. Now, as long as you're using that picture. Now, I have tons of students that will say, oh, I'm taking notes, and they'll take pictures, and then it's never seen again. Kind of like my sanity. It comes and goes. Just depends on which personality I wake up with that day. Okay. Roberto. Caliente. Da, 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 da. Yeah, this is super. I know this is like the most thrilling lesson y'all have ever had, right? I mean, yesterday's was great, especially because we had 5 minutes of kind of me dancing because we were getting out early. And then another 5 minutes of me yelling at y'all to calm down just for a second. All right. Are we good here with quadrant 2? About to move on to the back with quadrant 3. Okay. So moving on to the back with quadrant 3, I'm going to try to see if I can keep my face somewhere so it's out of the way. Quadrant 3. All right. So 210. This is 7 pi over 6 negative root 3 over 2 negative 1/2. Now, both of your x and your y values are going to be negative because guess what? They're in the third quadrant. Both x and y are negative. That might be important later. Okay. 225. This is 5 pi over 4. Okay, so the network is down. Yeah, I don't know how. Okay, I know. All right. Now, this is what I don't understand. If the network is down, how am I still doing this? Well, it says saved, like it keeps saying saved somewhere. I don't know. Her Probably her English teacher or creative writing or something like that. Okay. We're getting close to being done, guys. I know y'all are excited. Anybody starting to see any patterns right now with these cosine signs and stuff? The silence is deafening. Silence is deafening. That's pretty funny. Maybe the network's just down for other people. I don't know. I'm not going to refresh the page. No, my page is fresh enough. You know what? I'm not saying, hey, I'm surprised that he didn't also say, hey, have you tried turning it off and turn it back on? Or unplugging it and waiting 10 seconds. All right. Is everybody good with these four? Yes. Okay. All right. Last ones. Woo. I know y'all are excited. So 300. This is 5 pi over 3. This is 1/2 negative root 3 over 2. Tangent is negative root 3. Nope. This is positive root 2 over 2. This is negative root 2 over 2. It's negative 1, negative root 2, root 2, negative 1. 11 pi over 6. Yeah, negative, or I'm sorry, 11 pi over 6. There's a couple of different dots right there, and I was trying to cover them up. There we go. It's root 3 over 2. Negative root 3 over 3. Negative 2. 2 root 3 over 3. Negative root 3. All right. And then 360, we've made it all the way back around to the actual beginning. This is actually 2 pi. Our cosine is 1. Okay, sine is 0. Tangent. Nope. Yep, 0. Cosecant is undefined. And this is 1, and this is undefined. Now, so we have this going all the way down. Okay. We actually have this completed. Now, that's actually the lesson for today. We got some other things that we're going to do offline for a couple of reasons. Apparently, the network is down. Okay. All right. If you haven't noticed so already, don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, leave a nice comment. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.